Warning: the following contains explicit language and subject matter that may not be suitable for younger listeners, church folk, and people who enjoy kale smoothies.
Sometimes they get right on top of you.
Yeah.
You get all that sugar in there, and like sugar sits on the top.
Yeah.
Or the sugar sits on the bottom.
That's
sorry.
what it is.
And then all of a sudden the sugar's going, and the alcohol just goes boom.
It just hits you.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're already recording, so I know.
So we're recording.
See?
That's why I want to
that.
make it nice. That's all usable stuff right there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so let me give a little intro to listeners. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to A Pod Amongst Men. I'm your host, Steve B. This is Coffee Break Conversations for the 21st Century. So you guys already know what this is about. I have my three guests tonight. Returning guest here, my lovely wife, Betty B.
Hello there.
Say hello to the camera. They can see you.
Every time you say that, yeah, that's it. Yeah. I want to leave right now.
Okay, don't worry about it. I have returning vet, Rashaun G, and his lovely lady, Tara.
Hello.
Tara C, if I'm correct.
Tara CB. Yeah.
CB?
C is the middle name.
Tara CB
Then B.
Radio.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we're doing something tonight I like doing. I haven't had enough chances to do it. I want to have two couples on the show.
Yeah, man.
I've had myself and a couple, or you know what I mean, or a couple and someone else. Now we have two full couples, so it's like a little dinner date thing.
There we go.
You know what? The last time what we did it with Chris and Minna, and the whole time Chris is in the kitchen banging around plates.
That's true.
He decided he wanted to make like a 4-course meal.
Wow, okay.
I don't know. It was just a mess. Now we could do it the right way. You know, we can actually do it in the new studio.
Yeah,
So-
this is beautiful.
And thank you again for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Rashaun,
I
you
told
were
him
on
anytime you ask, I'm here, man.
you start episode 4, I believe.
Yeah.
You were
We here, man.
yeah.
We're one of the early
you've seen the
pioneers.
genesis of this whole
Oh,
thing.
absolutely. The growth, everything, man. I told you, you're natural.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Natural brunette. Anyway, so the first thing I want to ask, and this is a general question to everybody. Do you still love or like the thing that originally you liked about your partner? You know, there's always something that attracts you to that person. There's always like one thing. Do you find like that thing is still there? Has there been something else that took its place? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you might like somebody, say I like Betty because she's hot. Okay, but then we we develop a relationship.
Then what happened?
Hang on, let me finish.
I got fat.
Don't start cutting me off now.
Why go to the worst case or the worst thing on the man?
This is my life. No, but I'm saying, like, say I was initially attracted to you physically, but now I get to know you, and now I find something else I love about you, where it overshadows the hotness. I'm not saying the hotness is gone. I'm saying there's something that's more important to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You guys follow?
I
Like,
get
that
it.
wasn't
I
like a
get it,
shallow
I get
thing.
I got it.
I follow.
Yeah.
Nothing shallow about that. Nah.
What do you think? I know. For me, that's the case. Like, initially I saw you, I was like, oh, damn. Okay, but I know there's a lot more to you, not just a pretty face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about me? It's just my face? This is the only thing?
Yeah. Just your face, baby. I'm just kidding. No, I get it. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think.
What do you guys think?
When I
What was it that attracted you to one another?
That said, ooh, that's the one.
Well, first it was definitely his face because we met online. So all I saw was a picture.
Really? Ah.
Yep.
But when we met at the restaurant, I noticed he was very talkative and he was very confident.
Yeah, make sure you're in there. Here you go.
When we first met at the restaurant, I noticed he was very talkative and very confident. Way more talkative than myself, since I'm a little quiet and a little bit more shy at
My
times.
defense, I'm in sales and business development.
You gotta
for a
talk.
living, so I talk.
So I think that's definitely what I admire still with him, is his confidence, and he can walk into a room or walk into for example, we went to the Lehigh Lafayette game because Rashaun went to Lehigh.
You went to Lehigh too?
I did not.
Oh.
I did not go there, but we went to the game since Rashaun played football for Lehigh. And but my best friend, her father went to Lafayette, so I grew up always going to the Lafayette games. And so we went to the Lafayette tailgate. So he doesn't know anyone since he went to the rival football
Gotta
team.
cover up that jersey, right?
Yeah.
No, they on our turf too. So
And what I loved and I found so attractive was that he knew no one and he could talk to everyone there.
That's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
she wouldn't even
That's
have to
good.
be around. I'm just
Right.
randomly going up to people and
Doesn't that goes a long way in a relationship too?
Yeah.
You could bring your partner somewhere and you don't have to babysit them. You know,
Right.
that's a huge thing.
Right. I was just with my girlfriend because I haven't seen her in a while, and we were just drinking, hanging out, and he was just off, just talking to strangers, random people, and he was
what I
just
do.
taking up the room.
Yo, Rashaun, that guy's not even with us, bro. Nah, he's cool. It's all
I
right.
get that sometimes, man. It's like, or you get like, you ever been in a scenario where you just talked your way into something? And someone's
Oh,
like, he doesn't like him. Just come over here. It's like, oh, you know what? I gotta go get a new drink or refresh this one. I gotta go.
Yeah. Rashaun, you all right over there? Yeah, no, I'm just hanging out with Tim. I don't know Tim. I don't know who Tim is. You just be careful.
I get it from my grandfather. He could talk to a dead person.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like our son.
Could get
I
his
know.
social
That's
security
true.
number, everything. The guy wouldn't even be alive.
What about you?
I would say initially, definitely, you get the visual attraction, being that we met online. But when we met and we sat down and we started to talk, you start to realize that it's more than a pretty face. She's actually intelligent. She's got multiple degrees. I mean, those are things that kind of I think enhanced my attraction to her. And just the overall person. I know she's a very caring person. She's very very caring. So I would say that's probably the most thing that I'm really attracted to. That over time that I've become more attracted to is the fact that she cares.
Now, let me ask you this: since you mentioned caring,
Yeah.
as a dude, do you find that our ladies are much more like caring and thoughtful than we are? Is that like is that a
absolutely.
myth? Is that just something people say, or is
not
that
a myth
true?
because I feel like she's trying to think for me sometimes. Like, oh, you should do like, and it's like, well, you know, that my thoughts weren't there. Your thoughts were there. You know, like, I mean, sometimes I might need a hint or something, but
Oh, yeah.
I do think they're caring in a sense to where they may think of things a little bit more brilliantly than we do.
Even like the little stuff. Like she just asked me if I'm texting my friends on their birthday. Like my
It was
friends.
your
Yeah.
friend's birthday.
Yeah.
Did you texted him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to call your grandma. Things
No,
like
but that's
that.
what you guys are awesome for. I mean, the stuff that we forget. I like just the other day. I do. I have a little side hustle I do, and I was supposed to be somewhere at a certain time yesterday. She almost gave me a heart attack. I fell asleep on the couch. I wasn't supposed to be somewhere until about 6:20. It was like 5:38. She's like, "Hey, aren't you guys somewhere you're supposed to be?" I got up, man. You should have seen my face. And I'm
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
do you know when you wake up straight out of REM and you're just trying to figure it out?
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
even know what's going on. You're like, first of all, I don't even know where I'm at right now. There's a TV on. I don't even know what's going on with that.
It's
There's
like you're
you.
scared out of sleep.
That's my brother. That's my cousin. I'm supposed to be relaxed right now. But
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be somewhere.
Next thing you know, I'm up. I'm in a karate stance. I'm shaking.
I sprinted to my bedroom. Heart was just going.
I was trying to make sure that
Then I turned
He had the
around and I was
time.
like, "What?" I was like, "All right, I know where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 6:20. What time is it? It's 5:38. Why did you do that?"
for me, if I need to be somewhere, I need like an hour's notice. So I'm like, okay, I have to be
Me
somewhere in an
too.
hour.
Oh my
Older
God,
guys
me
are
too.
different. We
Right.
could just pick up and go.
Yeah,
I was trying to be
much more,
thoughtful.
much lower maintenance on our side.
Yeah, she was talking just the other day. What time? Because it's gonna be a point in time where we're gonna be looking to buy a house together soon, and she's asking me because she's a teacher. She's like, "What time do you get up?" I get up at 6:40, 6:45. Hey, I milk it. And she's like, "Well, how are you able to do that and get out of the house at 7:00?"
15
And
minutes.
I'm like,
I know, right?
What?
"My clothes are ready.
Possible.
Oh, yeah.
My gym bag's packed. All I have to do virtually is feed my cat, brush my teeth, brush my hair, get those clothes on, just make sure I got everything like my badge for work, my AirPods, because I got to have those. And then once all that stuff is off the checklist, we're out of there. It's routine. It's very mundane because it's the same thing every day.
See that you just made me think of
crazy.
something. Like we as men, we set up our lives to everything is kind of like streamlined. You know, we make it easy for us to do things. We don't care if it looks pretty.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
want. I'm gonna put my shoes right next to the fridge because I know I'm gonna pass by there when I get my lunch.
Exactly.
And now, when you throw like our
Speaking facts.
wives and girlfriends into there, you can't have that.
You can't do
We
that.
look like slobs.
Yep. Speaking
I know, but
facts.
it's easier, baby. You can't put my ice packs on the bottom shelf. I have to be on the top, so I don't have to bend down and reach and spend the extra tenth of a second.
And that is true.
That's a true story.
That is true.
For her, there's gonna have to be
Wow.
stools everywhere. So
Oh, yeah.
trust me, I
No,
can't
no,
put everything everywhere.
Oh, I noticed, like, just everything. Like, I don't want to see that. See, why? It's just a trash can, but I don't want to look at it.
It
Why
looks
not?
ugly.
It doesn't mean we don't have trash. It does. It's not like because it's hidden, it goes away. But that's just the way we think.
I know where
Yeah.
you're going with that.
You know what I'm
one.
saying?
She's not the only person I've seen. Like, trust me, I know plenty of people who don't even want to look at it.
Oh yeah, no, but that's a thing. I didn't know.
I'm not. I'm exactly like you. I could care less. I
Yeah.
could. It does, as long as there's no garbage hanging out of the side of it.
You don't care.
I'm good.
I'm pretty loose on that too. You know?
There's plenty of things. Like right now he lives with his twin brother. So there's so many things in the house and I'm like, there's no feminine touch to it. There's not a bath mat to get out of the shower, to have your feet, get into a nice soft
We need
mat.
that.
What? There's no throw pillows in the living room. There's no throw blanket. I'm like, how are you living like this?
throw
What are you
pillows in my
doing?
bed.
My mom told me never to throw things in the house. Okay.
Exactly. And there's throw pillows on in my bedroom. There's
What about the living room?
Who
You
puts
just walk
throw-
out the pillow off the bed, throw it. There you go.
Exactly.
Done. Throw pillow.
Who puts throw pillows on the leather couch? I might get crucified for that one, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm thinking from a guy's point of view. Guys don't think about that.
I don't like to make.
We're
the
so
bed.
rough. All we got to do is put our head on the armrest, and that's enough pillow cushion as it is.
A little extra cushion on the couch. You buy a couple pillows. I get.
Thank
you want
you.
something to lay on. I don't want to be taking my pillows from in the bed. Those are
I do
special
that
pillows.
sometimes.
See?
Oh, man.
Need some throw pillows.
Oh, I do that sometimes. If we're gonna be out there for the long haul, I'll do that.
But this is but this is the thing. Like they're thinking like, what if people come over? They're gonna look and say, oh, this is how they live. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
no, I
Like,
get it.
we're not thinking that. We're like, no, this is the way I want it. It's set up
Exactly.
like this for it's easy for me.
Yeah.
Forget those people.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
I get that.
if they actually matter, they wouldn't care if the house is messy.
Yeah,
You know?
I know.
I don't want to make the bed.
I think
Why do
the
we make
house
the
is.
bed?
I think the house is
If
more.
we are gonna use it again.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's where
Are
we're
you- is that your theory?
opposite.
No.
Is that Steve's? That's you.
Of course.
I don't make my bed. And then this is a quote from
Oh.
Jim
We are
Gaffigan,
so
the
opposite.
comedian. I don't make my bed for the same reason I don't tie my shoes after I take them off.
Wow, you're the opposite of me on
I'm
that.
planning on
Yes.
getting back into this thing in a matter of hours.
See,
you
I'm
know?
like you.
You're on the same page as her.
Really?
I don't
Yeah,
like
I
my
have to make my
bed.
bed. I
Me
can't
too.
do that.
That's the start of my day.
And she'll be the one that likes the lamp, like meaning like she wants to sleep in longer than I do. I call it lamping because it's like I gotta get up. She wants to lay down, and I'm like, because usually I'll be the first one to make the bed, especially if she goes off and does whatever she does or freshen up or whatever. I make the bed.
That's me. He goes
Yeah,
to the bathroom. When he comes
exactly.
back, the bed is
Exactly.
done. And then he just goes in.
Exactly.
And
the
then I
only
lay
time
down on
it's not
top of it.
bed.
Yes.
Yeah, the only time I won't make it is if she wants to sleep in there for extra extended hours, and it's like, all right, I gotta
Extended
go. I
hours.
gotta, yeah, 'cause I gotta get up. I gotta be alive. It's
First of all, I wake
Send it
up
out.
at 5:45 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Let's go back to what time you said you wake
Wow.
up at like 6:45.
6:45. It's just an
Yeah.
hour.
That's
We're not
a
talking-
huge difference. That's a huge
not
difference.
that huge.
So on the
It's-
weekends,
we're
I
talking
like to
meager
sleep
I don't
in.
know about that. Like I'm
That's
up.
a huge difference.
I'm out of the house by like 5:20 every day. So those 5 minutes
rough.
is a big difference to me.
Yeah, so an hour, that's
Yeah.
a lifetime.
Hour, dude. I already finished my commute by then.
Well, she
I'm
just
on
won't
that.
make that bed, man. I tell you, even when I come I'll be in the living room. It's like you think there's a clear understanding. Like, all right, you're gonna stay in there longer. All right, it's on you now.
Yeah.
Go out.
That's not fair. That's
I'll
not
go back
fair.
in the room to like do something just as simple as grab a hoodie or something to go out in the backyard or something to I don't know, something very small. Look, first thing my eyes are drawn to is,
The bed.
Yeah.
and I'll sit there, my mouth will really drop like, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm like, it's not that hard. Like, all you
Just
gotta do is just, no, first, Tara,
Try. Just
Tara,
throw it a little bit.
I'm going to get
Tara, you
back
gonna
in
make
it.
this bed?
I'm getting back in it. In a
Stand there.
few hours.
Somebody come and look at
Getting
this
back
shit.
into it for 12 hours.
I don't get it.
But
I can't look at the
baby,
and
why
then
do you want to
like,
make more work for yourself? Why do you want to?
Yeah.
Now you have to put all
don't
this
you
stuff
want to feel
back
like you're in a
down.
resort though?
I
Don't
have
you
to
want to
kick-
feel like there's some order, like when you walk into your room?
Yeah, it
and
looks
you're-
cute
Yeah,
and
exactly.
nice and neat.
Exactly.
that doesn't make me feel like I'm at a resort. I mean, I love our house, but that you need to go a little more above and beyond to make me feel like I'm at a resort. I want
Well,
to
you need the towels like on the bed and the little.
throw some grapes on the
creatures.
bed or something. I don't know, a couple mints. Try.
Oh, man.
So, let me. What, if anything, have you guys like started since you've been dating? You know, like when you begin a relationship with somebody, maybe you start doing something different. You know what I mean?
No.
You don't know what I'm saying?
No, what do you mean?
Like maybe like, all right, for instance,
Going to the gym together? I
maybe
don't know,
something like
that?
we started doing Orange Theory together. You know, even me personally on a more emotional level, I started more measuring my reactions to things. I always try to de-escalate the situation instead of feeding into it, you know, to try to avoid a fight and try to
Okay.
avoid tensions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's something I worked on. It took me time. I've had to gain patience.
I will say me too.
Yeah.
Like trying not to overreact, trying to think before I speak, breathing before I'm gonna say something to you.
We had a good conversation about that stuff today.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta work on that shit.
Well, about like
it's tough. It's tough. It's not easy
Yeah.
when
I'm
you're used to
stubborn.
your
Yeah.
ways to
Yes.
try to change it a little bit. Even tweaking just certain things is tough.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
not
I
easy.
think the biggest thing for me is like just changing what you used to with your family and how you grew up and
That's big.
communication skills with my parents, and that doesn't work with Rashaun because with my parents it was a lot of like yelling and a lot of talking very loudly, and if you yell at Rashaun he'll just shut down. So
I
it's a
just-
lot of
Yeah, man, I'm not used to
changing
Same
that
thing.
way. Yeah.
I grew up with a life of
excuse me.
I didn't really have my till I was 18. I mean, I had a father figure when I got around middle school, but
We
I
talked about this.
yeah, you know, and I grew up my life just figuring everything out on my own, and then you get in an environment where I feel like, and for me as a kid with athletics, I feel like coaches took advantage of the fact that they didn't know I had a father, so they would be a certain way towards me because they know I didn't have it at home or something. You know what I'm saying? So, or not take advantage, but treat me differently is what I mean.
You kind of play on that.
Exactly. And I don't know. Like after a while, it was like, okay, like I get what you're like trying to say, but the way you're trying to say it, you don't got to do it that way. You know, you could talk to me, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Exactly.
Like, the
Yeah, you know.
yelling doesn't work with
yeah,
me.
it doesn't work. And then it got to the point where even when I got back in college, I'm right back in the coach's face, talking just like he's talking to me, because I don't get down like that. I just I believe in respect, and I think once it gets to a point where I feel disrespected, that's where I do shut down. That's where the conversation is over, or I'm going to confront you.
Yeah.
Have you guys have had like conversations about exactly this kind
Oh
of thing?
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
She knows very well like what my weak points are, because it's a weak point. And yeah, it's something I got to work on for sure.
I get the same thing. Like if you push me a little in a certain way,
Yeah.
I'm just like shut down. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this conversation.
Yeah, I'll vacate the scene altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's bad. Like it's not a good thing, but it's something I need to work on, and that's why I said I got a lot of stuff to work on myself. And it's just because I've never had anything. I mean, me and Tara have been together a little over 3 years. Prior to that, I haven't had anything to check me on any of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So,
amazing how much you learn about yourself from being with another person.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
What we were talking about today, it's like learning, like figuring out your own nature. Like we were like talking about someone and discussing a situation, and was like, well, think about that person in the most simplistic way. Like, what's their nature? You know, like, what do they do? Like in Betty's case, she's kind of like a mirror, where she's gonna give you the same thing you're giving her. So if you're coming at her with an attitude, you're gonna get an attitude right back. But if you come at her
That's true. It's
sweet
just
and loving, she's
how it
right
works.
there back. And
Yeah.
I
that
could relate.
yeah, but that dictates how so many of the interactions go down.
Yep.
Is how you deal with that, and that's something like I've tried to really work with. Is that, you know, if say maybe she's having a rough day and she said something that I think is snappy, if I go back with a snappy remark, then it's just going to spiral.
Right. Right.
But
Guilty.
if I can, if I can kind of, you know, try to turn it around a little bit and just maybe eat that one and be like, no, baby, I get it.
Then I come.
It was a bad day. And then she's the sweetest person in the world.
Yep.
I know.
I've seen both sides of that spectrum, and I made the mistake of not de-escalating something. Like, you escalate it right away when you do that. Because just the other day, I think we were talking on the phone. I think it was this morning. Yeah, it was this morning. She texts me that she was just leaving the gym, and I think not a minute goes by, 2 minutes goes by, and she calls me. And first thing I said to her was like, "Damn, you didn't even give me a chance to respond to the text message." And I must have said it in the tone. It was like I felt like I was joking, but the tone was a little more louder than I guess it was supposed to be. And
It was.
Yeah, and I guess that started it started
Went
a little
south a little bit.
That happens.
But then we both backed out of it. You cut yourself.
Listen, I feel you guys on that one. We spent the first 2 years of a relationship almost exclusively by phone and stuff.
And it was tough.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you say something and it was not the way it came out wrong.
Exactly.
And then it became a problem.
Yeah, it's so hard over the phone because you don't see body language or
Exactly.
you don't see.
It's like text messaging blindly,
Yeah.
but like when someone puts something a certain way in text messaging,
You don't
know the
see
tone.
exactly. You don't see
can't hear it.
exactly.
So I get the whole.
and
not
the
seeing
way
each other
you
thing, too.
read it,
Yeah.
it might not be the way you meant
Exactly.
it.
So I understand that. That's I feel like that happens in a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
When you guys first started dating, like, how far apart were you? Like, where are you from?
I'm from Chatham.
Okay,
And
it's not
when-
that far.
Yeah,
for
so that's-
Bridgewater, so
it was
30 minutes,
30
35
minutes. Yeah.
My sister lives in Chatham.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not bad
very
at all.
nice. Very cool. Well, when we met, I lived in Madison, the town over. I had an apartment there.
Some nice towns.
And
I know. I've heard it's really nice.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely loved it there. And I work there. I work in Chatham.
And you said she had 3 degrees?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, okay.
I do.
I'm starting to put a picture together here.
I was sitting here
Yeah.
for a second. Is there one more?
I do. I do.
When this is over, can we talk? I'm going to talk. Maybe you could lend me some money.
Yeah. Yeah. And, anything education. And that's where my field is. So.
So you were in Chatham and you're in Bridgewater.
Yeah. So it's about 30-minute commute. It was a lot more, and you would agree, a lot more me coming up to
I
Bridgewater.
agree.
Me making that effort to come up here on the weekends and such.
She made a way bigger effort than me. I don't know. I'm more stubborn than her. I feel like in that sense, like I'm more of a homebody and lazy in that sense that like I like to be at my house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean,
So in fairness
I
to-
know what you're talking about there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and there's times I probably should have went to her house more. So
Yeah.
I could admit that.
It was hard. It was hard, like through the phone, like talking and texting and get to know each other. And when we first met, I was going through a lot of stuff, a lot of changes. My parents were getting divorced. I just graduated from graduate school, and it was my first year moving out, first year on my own. So it was a lot. And he didn't really like get that fully.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a lot of growth for both of us
Well, clearly
to
you
get
did
through
something
that.
right.
So yeah,
It worked.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
yeah.
It's all right. We spent 2 years of people. So she's from Miami.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, when we first met, we met in New Orleans. We were both.
that's right,
We were
yeah.
both on trips separately,
Oh, wow.
and we started dating. And we started talking on the phone and texting and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then we went on a date a couple months later. She was in New York, and then we decided, all right, we're gonna keep talking. It worked out. It was a good time. It was a good chick here.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like it went from, flying to see one another like every other month. It was like every 5 or 6 weeks.
That was a real
5
long
weeks.
distance.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
we were like, all right, that's too long. That's too hard. So then it went to every 3 weeks. I would fly down to Miami to see her.
Yeah.
Sometimes you would come up.
But it was more you.
Usually me going down there.
Okay.
Why? It was cheaper that way?
No, it was cheaper for you to come up here.
But I always had something going on.
Yeah,
it
you
was
al-
Tyler's birthday or something, or a party or something was
Life
going on.
happening.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Plus, I mean, it was either that was the situation. Either I suck it up and go through all the traveling,
Yeah.
because there's in the end, I'm getting what I want. I'm getting to spend time with her, and to
Exactly.
be with her. So I was like, all right, well, it's either this or don't do it. And
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
that was
And he
it.
doesn't like Miami at all.
I don't.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
I love Miami.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the first.
Yeah.
It has to be.
What don't
him.
you like about
it?
it?
Had to be him. That doesn't like me.
It feels weird. I don't like the vibe I get from a lot of the people. I feel like everything is all about how showy you can be. You know, it feels like how much money can I flash?
You
know?
gotta go to
How
a
many
different part
bottles
of
can
Miami,
I buy
man.
to make people think that I'm
Okay.
hot shit?
No, but I get
Yeah,
you. I
yeah,
get
yeah.
why you see that though, because it's a pissing contest.
everything feels artificial.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it feels like a big prick waving contest with the guys, and a lot of times with some of the girls, it feels like they're buying into that too, where it's like,
they do.
my husband, he sold 6 planes this month, or my husband, he's bringing home this much money, you know. Oh, really? But how often do you see him? Oh, once a month. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
like weird stuff, and they don't realize that the stuff they're saying, like how it sounds to the outside.
To a regular
Perspective.
person, yeah, I get it.
I'm like,
'Cause
wait,
there's nothing regular about that stuff. So
yeah, like to me, it feels like you're giving up the realness of life just to be able to say, oh, I have these,
just sort of financials.
I have these red bottoms. I don't have to worry about anything else now.
Right.
It's like, okay, but you don't have no relationship with your kids. Like your husband's out doing God knows what. Like, what is this all worth? Just for some brand names?
Yeah, I get it.
That's my problem with Miami, and I know that that's maybe an overgeneralization.
Yeah, it's not everybody's
I
like
think
that.
it's overgeneralization.
I mean, clearly it is because look what I found.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So there
And
you go,
I would
case in
say
point.
this because I've been to
Trying to get
Miami.
some brownie points here.
I've been to Miami, and almost every time I've been to Miami, it's been on the budget side. So, yeah, you see like that. I get where you see, but I feel like I go away from that, and that's why I have a good time because it's like you get yourself away from that type of energy, you have an amazing time, man.
It depends where you go.
Yeah, I really do
Yeah.
think it
The
matters
traffic
where you go.
sucks.
Miami's pretty big too. Like in the
Miami's
sense that,
huge.
like there's, I think if you go to different parts of Miami, you might have a second outlook on that.
We've been all over Miami. Like I've seen a lot of different parts of it, and it's not the place. Like I mean, the traffic sucks, whatever.
It's horrible.
But I think it's more of the culture of like the younger generations, like the older people we met, like family and stuff. Everybody seems pretty cool. Like I don't have a problem on that side. It was
Yeah.
more the people our own age and younger.
Yeah.
I will go out and I just feel like there's no like mutual respect. Like if we're out at a bar, say here, like I see you guys out together, I'm not gonna go hit on your girlfriend right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like down there,
It doesn't matter.
It's all
bets are
everybody's
off.
like a super predator. You know what I mean? Like everybody is like, oh yeah, you turned it
gosh.
back. She's my girl now. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
That's
can
what I
see
feel
that,
like.
man. I can see that.
Everyone is Trey Songz.
Everybody,
Mr.
it's
Steal
like
Your Girl.
it's like they're gonna come and try to take your girl's hand out of your own hand.
Yeah.
Like motherfucker, you see I'm standing here holding her hand.
That's
She's wearing a
happened
wedding
to-
ring.
That's happened to us in Florida and Orlando, not Miami though.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like when I'm down there. Like I feel like at all times I'm ready to punch someone. You know?
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
How often do you guys like laugh together? Like do you guys have like your own like jokes and like similar senses of humor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's got nicknames.
What do you mean?
Like one of our inside jokes is her little hands, so I call it little hands.
I thought you were gonna say she has nicknames like maybe she nicknamed like parts of your body or something.
Oh, maybe she's got nicknames I don't know about, but no, as far as like because her hands are tiny. She's little, she's just little in stature and stuff. So we always joke like, she does like this little thing where she'll hit me like real quick rapidly. It's like real light. It's cute.
It's cute.
And
And the Rock'em Sock'em
just,
Robot.
yeah, it's like that, and it's just funny because I'm like, oh, it's little hands. So
And you have your alter ego. What's his
Yeah.
name? Frederick.
oh, Cedric Stevenson. This is
Sim-
where you exaggerate
Yeah.
everything with an S.
Yeah.
Cedric
So
Stevenson.
favorites, like anything with
Like
an
a
S,
snake.
I exaggerate it. Yeah,
Like the snake
Real
from the
sneaky.
Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Real, he's real creepy sounding. I'm not gonna sit here and do all of this. He's a real creep though.
Yeah.
And it's an inside joke though, because he always like, tell Cedric to get the fuck out of here. You know, get out of here.
She has a thing. She likes to like. We might be like laying in bed in the morning. You know when you wake up but you haven't like gotten up yet. So you might be laying there. Like she might have her head on my chest, and all of a sudden her finger just go like this, and then it try to go in my mouth.
Oh god.
Damn it! But to her, it's
You
the
love
funniest
it.
thing.
You love
I
it. Oh, man.
don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
Right?
you love it.
You
You
like-
secretly
funny.
love it. You
Right?
secretly love it.
I
And
know.
what happens is she'll do it like 3 or 4 times,
He likes
Yeah.
it.
and eventually, like I'm trying
She
to.
got away with it 3 times. You like it.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, here's what happens: is I'll try to get her to stop. I'll like grab her hand and do a quick little joint lock, a little Aikido move. Baby, why are you so aggressive? Because you just stuck a pound of boogers up in my mouth.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
You know.
That's too funny.
That's our job. We have to annoy you guys a little bit, you know?
That's
Keep you on
fun.
your toes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She likes to like when I'm like. We were going to the grocery store before this, and I'm like, all right, we got to make sure we're back in time.
Yep.
So I'm like kind of in like serious mode, like let's get in, get out, let's do everything. And then she'll say things that she knows are ridiculous, but she just wants to see my reaction, because usually it's me going like this.
Oh yeah, you just turned instantly.
She's like, baby, you need to hurry up because you always take so long. And now clearly that's a ridiculous thing, but I'm like, you know, like, what the fuck did you say? And to her, and then she starts laughing. So, oh, your face is so funny. Like, yeah, but to me, I got tight a little bit because I'm like, there's no way she's serious right now.
Yeah.
But that's funny to her.
He's walking out the house and he goes, chop, chop. You're too slow.
Yeah.
Hurry up. And he gets
And I'm like 10 steps ahead of her.
Yeah.
what are you
That's
talking
funny.
about?
That's funny.
Do you guys like do like jump scares in each other? You scare one another?
All day. I'm the one that does it to
Yeah,
her.
Rashaun's really goofy.
She
I will.
doesn't.
I would say he definitely like keeps me young. See, the thing is that like I'm a 4th grade teacher, so I get a lot of like silliness like at work and everything. So sometimes I come home, I could be a little too serious. And then for him,
I'm
he's never
silly
serious.
all day.
So I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm at
He's
home. I'm
constantly
gonna be
doing
silly.
silly
In my
stuff.
business professional environment, I'm gonna be silly with a stick up my ass because I have to be that way in those environments. But when I get home, I'm me. You know, I like to
Yeah.
joke. I like comedy. Comedy makes me feel alive. I don't know. I like practical jokes. I'll play practical jokes on people that can take them. I don't mind someone playing a practical joke on me as long as they don't mind me playing it on them. So
He does that to me all the time. But when I scare him,
he gets
he
mad.
gets mad. Like,
I would
like that.
you know what I would just be doing? All I would be doing is check it up because I'm coming
Well,
for
no,
you.
that's what I do. I'm like, okay, just wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Retaliation is a
coming
bitch.
for you. Coming for you. It's gonna
He
be
hates it.
harder. It's gonna be
You
more
hate
creative.
it.
Yeah, she what she does is I'll like be walking in the door. As soon as I open the door, she'll run up and go, hello, but like right in my face. So it's not that I'm scared. It's that I'm
That's funny.
startled.
no, you.
Yeah,
That's
right.
funny.
Jesus God.
Yeah, you just a jolt. Oh, that's so funny.
So now I'm like, oh well, now I have to get you back because you made me feel foolish for a second. So I'll like,
And one day you jumped.
yeah,
it was
but
in
it
the other
happens.
house.
In the old house, we had a mud room, so it was like a little foyer before you get in.
You jumped.
She was waiting for me.
That was
like a
good.
total sociopath.
So satisfying.
Love it.
Oh, I'm waiting
Love
in the
it.
dark for her too.
Yes, a lot of time I'll like go. I have the key
Oh.
to his place. I'll just like walk in, and be like, hello, like where are you? And he's like hiding in like his office, and I'm like walking to his bedroom. He just jumps out. I'm like, like what are you doing? Like,
I like the stairs. I'll reach my hand through the stairs and grab her foot or something. She'll be, "Ah!"
I like doing it in public places. So like I sneak up behind her and just like say this is her. I get up to her ear. Hey. Ay, qué susto.
see, Rashaun loves to try and embarrass me in public. Like he'll just like pull his pants up, like really high waisted, or pull them really low because I hate
Those
when you
are
can see.
goofy.
If you can see his boxers, I'm totally embarrassed.
That
like,
I don't
pull
like to
your
do.
Pants up.
I do that more so when we're like about to walk in. Like I won't do that in front of people because I don't like people
You're like
sagging
walking
their
like
pants.
Urkel.
I'll do that, but like because she knows I hate like people sagging their pants, like because it's obnoxious, man. And then the other day, I just had my the rim of my jeans sitting below my ass, and it's like obnoxious, like the kids are doing, and it's like I felt foolish as hell, like doing it. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to play a joke with her, and I'm just gonna pull my pants up
Yeah.
on my own because it's
I'm playing a joke to myself.
yeah, I felt foolish as hell. The other jokes.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, I played myself in that one.
Exactly.
That's yeah, I definitely felt that way. But all the other stuff, I don't care. I'm just goofy. I don't care. When we I had a period of time where I was fixing a boat. We would go into like Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight has like these little box areas with like random stuff in them. I would just jump in them.
Yeah.
just be silly. So
It was a box of pillows.
no, it was a box of tarps.
It was tart. It was something
Yeah, it was a box
soft.
of
I have a
tarts.
picture of it.
It was a box of tarps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I jumped in
Yeah.
there like just to be silly.
See, for me, with my job, like I could be silly, I could screw around if I wanted to. So I just like I have that freedom all day. But when I come home, I'm usually tired.
Yeah.
So I'm usually just like okay.
You get up pretty early, man.
Yeah, it's a long day, it's a long commute, and I just want to relax, a beat. So, like I feel like I have the silliness potential in me, but it takes a lot to get it out of me. So the other day it came out a little bit. We bought Tyler it's like a little microphone where you just sing into it like karaoke. And he's got Alexa in his room, which is a whole nother issue. Anyway, he's got it in there. So he was Alexa, play such and such, and he was singing along to it. So the three of us were in the room, and we were taking turns singing songs.
Yeah.
So I said, Alexa, play Return of the Mac. So it starts playing Return of the Mac, and I start doing it in like the Mark Morrison voice.
Yeah.
Well, I try to tell you so. I was trying to like exaggerate it the most I could.
I know exactly. Like,
But I was like really like committing to it.
Yeah, that's hilarious. It's like singing through a fan, almost like trying to get that voice tone. Yeah.
There's sometimes I'll just start talking to if he's with like friends and I have him like with the kids, then I'll be silly with them. I'll start talking like crazy voices. Or like he's always like, Dad. He's always trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
So eventually, Dad, what do you want? What is that? And he's like, oh my God, what are you doing? And he thinks it's the funniest thing.
That's too
But like
funny.
it's like half frustration, half silliness.
Yeah,
I'm like, leave me the hell alone. What do you want? Like, come on, you're always here. You're trying to tell me Dad. There's no more Dad here. He's gone now. This is bullshit. But the silliness can be there. It just takes. You gotta let me get
Trust
it out.
me, I got had a crank too, man. But like, as soon as someone just makes me feel stupid or something, I'm right there with you. Or I gotta try and be funnier.
Yeah, I don't want to see anybody else make her laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, well, what's so funny?
Yeah,
Is it all a
exactly.
big joke? Is something I don't know? Yeah.
Hey, what
It's
is
like-
this?
That like that inherent jealousy. We're like, whoa! I thought only I can make you
You
laugh.
never laughed at
Well,
my
that's
joke
true.
that hard.
It's a silly thing, you know.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
true.
Yeah.
But that's
Sometimes
a big thing for like females. I feel like it's like if
Exactly.
you can make me laugh, like that's so attractive. Like
Exactly.
there you go.
that's
That's
a
why.
big thing.
I don't want to see you laughing at anybody else.
Yeah.
Say, oh, did you see so and so on TV? He's so funny. No, I didn't see him.
He's
I
not
don't
that
want
funny.
to. Yeah,
I don't want to.
I heard he touches kids. You think it's funny now? I'll just start saying hateful things.
Weird random things.
Yeah. So, how are you guys with each other's family? Like, this is always like a big point of contention for a lot of relationships. It's always like a touchy area. Like maybe you don't get along with the mother, the father-in-law, anything.
And everybody says, "Oh, fine, yeah, good,
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I
it
get along
works."
pretty- I get-
Yeah. Everything's great.
I
Right, you gotta
surprisingly get along really well with her family. I know a lot of her family too, so it's her family routinely meets up on the holidays. So you see everybody. Know her mom really well. I have a good relationship with her mother.
That's good. That's a
Text.
good thing.
We'll get into an argument and he'll call my mom.
Really?
Yeah, to like just to solve the argument. And like if we can't talk, he'll call my mom to figure it out.
That's good.
So
She's a
they're
great
very
mediator.
Are
Sure.
you close? Are you
Yeah.
close with your mom?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
She's a
good.
great mediator, and I will admit, like, I there's parts in some arguments where I'm wrong, but I feel like some of the stuff where I feel like she doesn't grasp onto what I'm trying to tell her, I have to talk to her mom so she can help
And then
her
she'll talk
understand
to
a
me.
little
So you
bit.
translate for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because if
That
it,
helps.
especially if it's
Yeah.
a topic
That's a
where I
good-
feel
Yeah.
like I'm not being wrong or I'm trying to be as transparent on something as I can be, it's like I need to get her involved so she knows the level of seriousness it
Yeah,
is,
maybe
you
her
know?
mom knows a better approach.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
fact that I'm including
Yeah.
her mom too should show her that I'm serious about
Absolutely.
like trying to resolve whatever little argument there is. So I feel like especially if she's the point where she doesn't want to listen to anything I'm saying at all. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
wish I could do that.
Yeah.
My Spanish isn't good enough yet.
My
for
mom will totally be on your side. I'm so happy you don't use
I feel like the moms are always like,
that. Right? I don't know what's
Yeah.
what's up
Yeah.
with that.
Because moms and daughters always have a little more likely to butt heads than
Yeah.
a son and a mother.
That's true.
You
That is
know?
true.
Yeah.
It's like fathers and sons butt heads more than a father and a daughter. You're your dad, you're his little princess, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But your mom's like, oh, it's just another woman in the house, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes, because I was not close with my mom until after college. We
That
had
happens.
to grow apart. We had,
Absolutely.
have our space after I went off to college. You know, got my own apartment, and then after all of that, we became close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you're
feel
so
like
right.
now I have a better relationship with my mom. That we can actually talk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has the nerve to
Think
say
she-
she wants a daughter.
Me?
You,
Yeah, I
Really?
do.
yeah?
I do want a daughter.
I always said I don't want daughters.
Really?
I would like to have.
I don't mind having a daughter.
I can have
but,
another
like,
son. You know.
like, you feel like it's
Yeah.
like that all the time. Why
I'm
would you want
scared.
Why would
I'm
you want
scared
that? in that?
Of that relationship.
Why would you
yeah.
want that
yeah.
off the bat in your
Absolutely.
life? You know,
Yeah.
why not have a son first and then have that, and then like.
Like if I have a daughter, it's a blessing. But
Oh, of
I'm
course, of
scared.
course.
I'm
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
scared.
I'll take whatever God gives me.
Exactly.
Period.
But
Period.
if I
Good.
get to
Remember that.
choose, I would
I
like
didn't
a
even
boy.
remember that. I've never been
Yeah.
against that. If I have a daughter first, I'm totally fine with it. I prefer every man has a preference to probably have a son 1st. Let me not generalize that because there's probably some guys who don't, but I'll say for the majority, if I'm saying it from a majority standpoint, I'd say more guys want a son first.
It's a whole legacy thing, you know? You want
Yeah.
somebody to carry on your
Yeah,
family
yeah.
name and
Yeah.
stuff.
Protect.
It's like the
I
know,
get it.
all
No, I
those
totally
things.
get it.
yeah.
Plus, as a guy, you feel like you have more knowledge you could pass down
Mm-hmm.
that's applicable to a male's
Exactly.
life. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't know
That
what
you
it's
can
like to be a
guide
woman.
more. Exactly.
You know,
You
I
can
could,
guide better a
Yeah.
boy
Exactly.
than a girl.
Right.
I could tell, you know, if I have a son, I could tell him guy stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
be careful on a hot day. Don't sit down too fast. You could sit on your nuts, and you have, you know, that's
And I never
that's a
really
day
had
killer.
like that guidance as an adolescent, as a young boy. I never had a father to tell me or teach me things. So I want to be able to do that. Just because, and it's not like a knock against having a girl. Like, if I have a girl first, fine. I'm gonna love her just as much as I love.
Yeah.
my son.
Of course.
I told her it's gonna be a life sentence anyway. 2 life sentences.
Exactly.
Because she's like, "Oh, that's rude." I'm like, "No, it's not." Because if she gets in any shit, I'm going to jail, and if someone does anything, I'm going to jail. Life sentence for me.
That is true.
Essentially.
So that's what I was trying to explain to her. When I said that to her, she goes,
Oh,
"Yeah."
I
She's like,
get
"You're
it.
right." She's like, "That's not disrespectful or rude." Like, because she thought I was being sexist, and it's like, no, I'm not. Like, you know,
Just more
everyone
protective.
thinks,
Yeah.
everyone thinks that they think their girl's gonna be weak or something. No, it's not that. It's all these other things outside of that she can encounter.
It's as a guy, you know all the potential
Exactly.
threats that are out
Exactly.
there that maybe a female doesn't notice.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So-
And when I think of myself, of all the things I could not tell my father because I knew he would go to jail if I
See?
told
You
him.
see?
those
Exactly.
things. They're like, okay, yeah, I get it.
You're making his case.
Thank you.
Now you get it.
But yeah, a lot of things he could not know.
So I think she's on my side now. Son first.
If it happens, it happens. But I really do want a mini me.
Watch what
I don't
happens
know.
to me anyway. I feel like karma's got a good one
I
for me
know.
right now.
We'll
But
see what happens.
I always wanted a boy.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever happens,
I'm scared
I'll be
of that
grateful.
relationship. But I guess I don't know. Every case is different.
Yeah, every
If
case
you
is
have a
different.
good relationship.
I think
you
it's
can-
all about parenting too, though. I
Yeah.
think I really think it comes down to that because I've seen some people grow up like with some really, really solid parenting, and you know, hey, maybe they might butt hits here and there and there and there, but
But they
like,
had
they're
overall a good
genuinely-
relationship.
Yeah, they're genuinely good ass people that wouldn't do nothing bad. They're just like I've seen it before. So
Absolutely.
and like it's just different for everybody, you know. Not everyone has that whole thing. Everyone has their different situations and scenarios. My scenarios, I had a single mom, so you know everyone's scenario is different. I had friends that like as you're growing up, then their parents are going through separations, possibly here and there. So everyone's situation is different. Nobody's got that storybook ending. Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So we talked about something. Betty had a really good topic that I was hoping you could kind of explain a little bit. Talk about. She asked me like, "What?" A good question would be, "What is your love language?" Now I was a little confused because it's an interesting term because it could be, you know, interpreted so many ways. Like, what did you mean by that? When you said, "What is a love language?" in the way that you were
You know,
referring to it.
You have your own way of feeling loved. Like, I don't know. there's people that the way they feel love if when they
The way they
buy,
like receive love.
receive love, if you're buying me things, if you buy me this very expensive purse, you must love me very much. I think you love me very much because you spend all this money on me, but not necessarily. Maybe on me that doesn't work. You have to show me you love me. You have to care for me, you know. And sometimes the way we receive love is not the same way we give love, and sometimes it's the same way. I was asking him, how do you feel my love? What tells you that I love you? And he says, what was it?
For me, it's like physical intimacy. Like we could be somewhere, if she, reaches out to touch me, just to put her hand physically on me. To me, that's a sign of love. That's how I feel that she loves me, and vice versa. Like if I want somebody to feel loved, I'll
come to
try
me.
I'll try to hold her. I'll put my arm on her. I'll hold her hand. Something. Maybe I'll brush her hair. Something like that. Some way I'll
Exactly.
touch her physically.
And when we're mad, we don't even hold
I don't want to say
hands.
molest her.
Like,
You know what I mean?
walk
That
that
sounds
way,
bad.
and I'm gonna walk the other
Right,
way.
right.
Don't get near me.
In my mind, like buying me gifts, that's very nice.
But it
that
doesn't tell me
doesn't
much.
equal actual love. To me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Mhm,
So
absolutely.
do you guys find that like the way you give and receive love is compatible? Like did it take some adjustment? What do you think?
And I think life changes because before, when I was younger, if you buy me gifts, that's how you show
I
me
get
you
that.
love me.
Yes, yes.
But after we get old, that doesn't mean much now.
Right.
Like to me, it doesn't tell me anything at all.
Exactly. Can I start on this one?
Yeah.
Take it
Go,
away.
go,
Okay.
go,
You're
girl.
more than welcome. I don't know why you're looking at me.
I was just laughing the whole time you were saying that because I feel like that. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like that was one of our biggest challenges when we first started dating.
You were not
Was
speaking
our-
the same language.
Yes, because I knew about love languages before I met him, and
See, we know about this thing.
yes,
You didn't know.
yes, us girls
I
know.
thought that was just like pillow talk or
You
something. You know?
Dude, I'm ready to put
No,
you talking.
and I explained to him one time. He was like, "Yeah, what is this?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What is this? It's real."
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. So I was just laughing the whole time you said that because I feel like our love languages are very, very different. I feel like I need you to be constantly. My love language is more physical, but also more language based. Like language based is my number one, and then physical is my number two. I need you to constantly be telling me you're beautiful, you're pretty, I love you, This is why I
Me
love
too.
you. Yes, I need all that verbal, right? I need all that verbal.
Why?
I need all that.
That's how I fell in love.
This
Yes.
Chris Rock had this nailed. Like women need food, water, shelter, and compliments. That's what they need to survive.
That's pretty accurate. And also, I feel like, honestly, I think my father made me that way. My father was very affectionate verbally, very much. Like, and even now, still, he's very verbally affectionate. And when I don't have that, it kills me. Like Rashaun knows, like if my dad and I are in a fight, it will ruin my whole week. And if I'm not getting that verbal love from him, it will ruin my whole week. So I need that from the person I'm with, that I'm dating. And I also need that a little bit of that physical too. I don't need the physical as much as the verbal, but I need that physical. I feel like Rashaun's love language is doing things like he built me a chair. So that's he loves, woodworking.
I would just say that is way harder than it sounds.
No, it's beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful chair.
Absolutely.
And I love it. It's in my classroom. I get compliments like all the time from it, from
No, you
students, from
don't.
parents.
Yeah, yes, yep.
But that's definitely his thing. Of,
Since you're mine, it's like my favorite stuff to like. But that's
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
a lot of angles and difficult shit.
Yeah.
You have to have a tool to work with another tool, basically.
Wow.
But no, yeah, I like to make things, and I don't know, I like to build things, and that's my way to show people. I don't know
That you care.
Yeah,
or like cook dinner.
I'm not saying I'm not affectionate or nothing like that. I can be affectionate, but that's what I go to first.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You asked me this question today at the diner, but you didn't give me an answer on your side. How is it that you receive love?
I'm sorry.
Is it when I buy you medicine for your cough?
Yeah. That's a big one.
Just so you guys know, Betty's been struggling for weeks with this like really severe
I
cough.
know.
Oh, no.
Now I'm better.
So it took
But
me a
it
lot
was
to get her
horrible.
here
Yeah.
today. She
Okay.
almost
It was
bailed.
Well, I hope
I've been
you feel
having
better.
Yeah, I've
Thank
been
you.
having
No,
a
I
sinus.
feel
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
just annoying,
Oh, it's awful.
Trust me, I know.
horrible.
Yeah.
I got a cough from somebody one time. So.
I get sinus infections all the time. I'm just on the tail end of it. You might
You
hear it in my
remember?
voice.
Really?
So
I'm laughing.
It's the
'cause of
same
that
way.
Skinny girl thing.
Physical.
Skinny girl always got sinus infections and cold and shit.
shut up.
We saw this thing on the internet the other day where somebody was like, "Yeah, skinny girls always got sinus infections and colds and shit." He was like, "Yo, he's kind of right," because he was like, "Oh my god, he's talking to me." I was like,
It's like one after the other one.
Yes, it is. Right? I'm always cold. I'm always
Because
on
you're
sinus
around
infections.
kids. That's what
true.
happens.
Yeah, I think
also
that's
That's
true.
what happens.
You're
Yeah.
a teacher. You get
Yeah.
all the germs. from
You're
all
gonna
these
get-
dirty little.
Yeah.
he
freaking
said they're
kids.
cold all the time.
Yeah, I am. But you know,
It's July.
That's exactly what he was like. He was like, July. I was like, oh, I'm freezing.
it could be a chill in July. Little breeze.
So what were you saying? Like, what is your love language? Tell me. Talk to me, oh wife of
You
mine.
don't know? What
I
do
don't
you
know. I
think
want to
it is?
hear it from you.
I'm gonna tell you. Tell me what do you think it is?
Yeah,
I want to
guess.
know.
Let's
Tell
see
me
if
into
he
the
can
mic.
guess.
Ooh, yeah.
I want to know if you're right.
That would be
See,
good.
this
That'd
is-
be
That's
good.
good. That's
That'd
good.
be good.
Now this is I've
This could be
learned her.
bad.
I see what she's doing. I know her tactics. What she's doing because she doesn't know the word she wants to use. She wants me to say it first, and that way, if I say the right
exactly
word,
that. You just said it. That's it. You know me. You see, you know
Yeah.
me. You know me.
That's a language of love right there.
Exactly. Right? See, yeah, that's exactly.
no, the way
you think.
the way that I think you receive a love best is when I'm sweet to you. You know what I mean? Like not in the sense where it's like, hey, I paid all the bills. I got us in this beautiful house. I did all this stuff for you. But I am literally there with you, giving you hugs and like snuggling with you and giving you kisses and talking in insane voices. You know what I mean? Ay, cosita linda.
Just
Preciosa. You know what I mean? Like something
Yeah.
like just saying all these like little almost like baby talk.
Yeah.
But that is the way, like when you feel like cozy and warm. You know what I mean? Those things I feel like get the best response from you.
Yeah, all of that. And I love how when you send me nice texts, when you
Yes,
talk
yeah.
to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we met, he will send me long emails.
Mm-hmm.
That will melt my heart. He doesn't do that anymore. That's
I
it.
did
That's
it like
done.
3 or 4 times.
He will
Yes,
post super long posts on Facebook
Uh-huh.
and Instagram and all of this. And I love those.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. This is all podcast now. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's all he cares.
Yeah, why do men do that in the beginning, Rashaun?
Right?
You
You just
see,
send me
hold
the
on, hold on,
sweetest
hold on.
text
See,
messages.
You send the
see?
sweetest text
Gone.
messages, but Tara's even
Gone.
gone back and she's asked me this a bunch of times. She's been like, "Well, why don't you do this? Well, why don't you do that?" And I go, "Tara, I never did any of that stuff to begin with.
We've literally never done any of those things.
I'm real talk. I
I'ma
told her
bring
when I
up the
said
screenshots.
I've never done any of that. So
I'ma bring up the
I don't know
screenshots.
how you can expect it now.
In all fairness, though,
There's some stuff I did in
Yes.
the beginning, but then there's
Yeah.
some stuff you're like, I want you to do, and it's like, Tara, like, it's me here. Like, when have I ever done that?
she's got a point. I definitely was much more active with like the Instagram posts and the Facebook stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
do you
between-
follow him on the podcast
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
You see how he's...
Oh, he's
Oh,
passionate.
it was me.
Yeah.
Before, it was me. Now it's not. But before, it was me.
Now his love is the
I was
podcast.
his part-time. Yeah.
Okay, so a few things have happened since we first started dating.
You have
First,
a podcast now. I understand.
The podcast is one thing. But as far as like Facebook stuff, like we started dating the end of 2015.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then you had the whole 2016 presidential race and all that stuff, and I was getting into like political debates with people on Facebook.
I
and
know.
stuff like
You
that.
were getting in there.
And
People are some
you know,
assholes on Facebook.
yeah, and I got to a point where I'm like, what am I doing? Like this, I'm not changing
not worth
anybody's
it.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm
not
only lowering the quality of my own life here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like so, I wanted to take a big step back. So I don't really do Facebook as far as like posts and stuff.
Yeah, no, me neither. I don't use
here.
Facebook anymore.
So
Yeah.
that's one less thing, one less arena for me to say something nice.
no, you
and
can
then-
send me an email.
I sent you like 4 emails, and it was usually because we got into a fight, and I was afraid you were gonna leave me.
That was true. It was
no.
long emails.
So then the other thing is that now that I have the podcast, which has its own Instagram,
Yep.
is that takes a lot of energy. And I wanted to take a step back from everything along with the Facebook stuff.
Yep.
But now that if I want this to work, I have to do that.
Exactly.
So I pretty much only go on the podcast Instagram. I don't do much on my own, but when I do go on my own, it's always her and Tyler.
Yep.
Oh, that's
So like, I have to. There is times when I have to like almost remind myself, like, hey, you have
I
a
have
family.
family.
You can show them you love them.
Trust me, I get
can
the
show
same
it.
thing. I get the same thing too. I go to her with a picture. I just posted on Supercar Twins. It's got like 200 likes. She goes, "You don't post nothing in your picture, your picture to me."
Yeah.
You don't, right? Yeah, it's always cars. It's like
I
Corvettes
don't even like
and
posting
Ferraris.
pictures of myself.
I know, but it's gotten to a point now where I've also kind of examined like the whole social media thing in general, where it's like, why do I feel like I need to share like the moments in my life, like the people I love,
That's true.
with everybody else? Like I'm here with them. I want to physically experience it instead of spending the time taking pictures to show other people.
Yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
that starts
Yeah.
dying out again.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not using Instagram as much anymore either.
You've dropped off a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you see my post, my
You're
last.
dead right. You just
It
start
was
to
last
realize
summer,
that that's
my
not
latest post.
important.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Yeah.
I don't know
important
what
what other people think about.
The important people are already here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We were just talking about that today, of just how some people just post every waking moment of their
I
relationship.
love the way he breathes.
I know.
like,
I
yeah.
know.
You just posted 2 hours ago about him
Yeah.
about him drawing you a bath of water. Or, I don't know. Like it's just it's
I
sometimes
love the way
crazy.
he boils an
Crazy.
egg.
and in all seriousness, it keeps me off of Facebook. It really does. And I'll find other avenues. I'm I have the YouTube channel. I'm big on. I'm just engulfed in
Supercar
YouTube.
Twins on YouTube. Make sure you check them out.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
guys already know.
Season 1's over, but we got season 2 coming up. But it's just like I like the different ways people present things on there, and it's just not about like, oh, look at me, look at me. Look at
I
Well,
feel
see,
like
I don't-
it's showing off.
yeah,
a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm saying.
showing
Look
off.
at me, look at
I
me.
don't mind the relationship stuff, the lovey-dovey stuff. I think that's great because we were there. Like I did the same stuff, so I would never fault anybody else for that. I don't like the ignorant stuff that people do.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like and I feel like it's now the older generation. They don't know how to use Facebook the right way. It's always like everybody's like weird uncle who wants to like. They always have the picture where it's like the phone is down here and you just see all like triple chins and stuff like that.
They don't
and
know how
bad
to do a
lighting,
selfie.
and they don't smile. So
I know.
like that, like they're confused. It's like, why am I holding this?
Yeah.
And then there's always like an aunt who wants to share every like random like fake news article.
I
It's like from
know. They don't even know it's fake.
thesource.com.
They don't know what they're doing.
It's like, yeah, that's not the right source. That's
Yeah.
not the right one.
Right, right.
No, but people just use Facebook to
The wrong
hate on
reasons.
each other,
Yeah.
to hurt each other.
Right.
There was one guy here in Somerville that posted, I don't understand why when you call the 1-800, I don't know what company it was, gives you an option to, if you want to, for them to speak Spanish. That shouldn't be an option. When in America,
That's just
that shouldn't,
ignorance.
like, you can be offending so many people. Why would
you
you
don't even know.
choose to do that? Mm-hmm. Like, what's the point? Why?
Because they're ignorant and they
Yeah.
don't realize. I mean, it just shows how ignorant they are because English isn't the English doesn't.
It's not the official
Yeah, it's not
language.
There
official
is no
language,
official
man.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's
if you
just
go to
dumb.
other countries, they always have options to speak multiple languages.
why
people-
can that
Right.
be
Why
an
don't they
option?
throw-
Why
Right.
not?
In all seriousness, those
Make a
people in
fuss.
those countries speak more languages than these ignorant people
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
Half the people here
I mean, so
only
who's
speak
really
English,
ignorant?
and they don't even do that
That's,
very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
true.
I was telling
That's
her
it.
the other day, I wish, I mean, I can only understand some of my Spanish, but I wish I could speak it as well as I understood it because I would go a long way with it. And just being in other cultures and stuff, I feel like you'll understand stuff more when you can speak someone's language and whatnot. And just communication in general. But, I mean, I hate that, man.
But
I
there's
swear,
so
if I
much
ever saw
hate
someone say
that you
something
don't
like
even know.
that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
if I saw someone talking, hey, are you speaking Spanish? I would be so pissed if someone said something like that.
I
in
am
front of
always
me.
waiting. I'm always waiting for something like
I
to
wish.
jump off.
I
like that.
wish. I'm like you.
I'm
I
like, "Oh,
just
say
wish.
something."
Exactly.
Because I might be, we must say we're at a restaurant and it's like me and her and her parents and our son, and I'll be trying to talk in Spanish, so they might not even realize that we speak English at all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm always waiting for someone to come up and give us a dirty look so I could come at them in perfect English.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And just, belittle them.
I'm just
'Cause
waiting for
I
the
know.
day. I don't think God wants me to be in that situation. I'm just waiting.
Nah,
So
nothing's
I can
happened
put someone-
yet.
So I got to put someone
Yeah.
properly in their place, not
Exactly.
like, you know.
I think that's just our paranoia, you know?
Yeah.
Because you see this stuff online, you see like all these crazy
It's not
videos.
even,
Yeah, you see it
but
on the
it's not
news.
far from home, baby.
I know.
What
it's-
I'm
It isn't.
telling
It's
you,
never- You're right.
it was
You're
here
never
in
far from
Somerville.
home.
You're right. I
It was
believe
someone from Somerville.
That's
Right.
horrible.
And Somerville is tiny.
Yeah.
It's
Wish
a
I
very
knew
small
who it
town.
was, but I feel like there's so many.
I'm
ignorant
sure.
people
I'm
around
sure
here.
we know enough people that we know somebody who does stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the weirdest thing.
Yep.
So
I'll never understand that stuff, but all I can try to do is just be me and ignore that ignorant shit and just
Exactly.
And then if you see it, just try your best to just educate a person that just may not have been raised right. That's all I gotta
Exactly.
say.
all right. So what do you say we get back into this whole relationship?
Yeah,
thing?
I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's
All right,
okay.
yeah.
I went
I
off.
took part in that too. Jealousy. How do you guys?
Why are you laughing so hard?
Now listen,
guilty.
this is a very human thing that a lot of people try to act. No, I don't get jealous. I don't. That's that punk stuff. I don't. Everybody gets jealous. If you actually give a shit about the other person, you get
That's
jealous
true.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with a situation when somebody else finds your partner attractive? Like, what do you do? I know this is something I've had to become very accustomed to. I've had to get used to it because there's a lot of people that find you attractive, and
Thank you.
But listen, like, almost in a disrespectful way, almost. Like, we can be walking through the store or something, and you see, like, there's a couple, and the guy, they'll just keep looking. I'm like, hello, hi. You
I'm
want
right
me to take
here.
a picture for you? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
But that if I made a big deal about every situation like that, I would just fight every day of my life.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and is it really
Ninja.
worth it?
I'm
No.
a ninja with that stuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I had to tell her mom because she's always like, "You never." I think.
Rashaun never
this
gets
is-
jealous.
She claims I don't ever get
Ever.
jealous.
He just, but that's the thing. I get
No.
jealous all the time, but I choose not to express it.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't
know.
see
Okay.
it. I don't see it at all. If
Yeah,
he doesn't say
yes.
it, I don't know.
Right. Right. Exactly. He never
I'll give you an
expresses
example
jealousy.
of-
Could be.
I'll give you an example of
Talk
what
to me.
happened, and her mother even knew about this before her. So we go to this place called Lobby in Elizabeth,
Okay.
and I'm with my friend. We're with Dan Gabraszewski, my brother, and a few other his fiance, who's now his wife. Now we're there. They go walking around or whatever, and being girls, they have their little shots and giggle. We separate at one point in time. I stay upstairs with Dan, my brother, and the fellas. They go downstairs with the ladies, so they go down whatever. We ended up venturing off downstairs, and I think they were going to go back upstairs. So we literally like almost met in the middle. And as we're meeting in the middle, we had like a brief conversation and peck on her. And, she goes upstairs. As she's going upstairs, I see a guy try to get in between us, but I don't think he saw that I was with her. So he gets in between and he reaches his hand out for hers. And right as he does that, I reached out and I touched her hand first. Like, it was just real nonchalant, smooth. Like, it's like, and she had no clue
What's
this guy
happening?
was going to grab her hand.
hand.
And I told her mom, like, on some stuff, because she's always like telling her mom, oh, he doesn't get jealous. And I was like, well, Crystal, there was a situation that she has no clue about where some guy was about to grab her hand to get her number or something. And I went and I provided the proper interference. And guess who didn't look like a jealous asshole boyfriend?
Exactly.
But that's always
Yeah.
the
That was
case.
smart, but we don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I wasn't there.
She said, that's not, we don't know.
We see,
It would be nice to know.
Right. Right.
we
Nice.
see
One
what
of
you guys
those.
are doing.
Of course.
Do it makes us feel good,
Exactly.
right?
It makes
Like,
you feel good.
I
It just
like-
makes us feel like we're going to war.
It's
Yeah.
really,
There's a
it's
heart
really,
racing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready
but
to fight.
it's really nice that you're not acting like a psycho out
Yes.
there, but that you feel something, right? You want to
exactly.
know.
We want to know
If
that you're
you have
feeling
that
it.
psycho boyfriend, you telling me that's attractive? Like,
No,
No.
we don't want the crazy
Wow.
psycho.
Absolutely.
No, no,
No,
no, no.
I don't want you having
Right.
going through trouble
Getting
and
you kicked
explained
out
it-
of the damn home.
No,
explained it
no, no,
perfectly.
no, no, no.
Tara,
Not
just
at all.
tell us.
Yeah, she explained it perfectly. It's like, listen, we just want to make sure that you feel a little bit of something. Of like, oh, like, did you notice that this guy is checking me out? Okay, you notice. Okay, you feel a little bit. All right, good. I want to make sure that my man knows that, listen, I'm not going to do anything. I love you, but just know I still look good and other guys,
People notice things.
people notice things. And, that, like, very, like, slick thing you did of like, I didn't even notice that you grabbed his hand, pushed him away. Like,
didn't push
that's
him away. I
really.
got
I hold your hand, not
But
your hand.
That's
we
what I
grabbed
got
my
your
hand, but that's really attractive. That's very manly, and that's very like taking charge. Like that's really sexy. So like, I didn't know that till months later. He didn't tell me that happened till
But see,
months
here's my
later,
thing.
and I was like,
why
oh, that's
do
so
I have
sexy.
to advertise that for like some bonus points?
Because it's
You know what I'm
sexy.
saying?
It's sexy.
Makes you seem strong and virile. And
I was
know?
just being a man, you know. I was just taking care of mine. Why,
Business.
you know, why do I got to advertise
good.
what I'm supposed to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But what about now, vice versa? What is it? What about when you see another lady maybe look our way?
Oh, you know.
Her
I react.
eyes just got
I
real
go-
serious right there too. You didn't see it
I
on camera.
react.
She just went like this,
Shit.
I
like
react.
she like lowered her head a little bit. She got like shark eyes for a second.
I don't go crazy or anything like that, but you see it in my face. I don't have a poker face when it comes to that. I look at him and I
was
said,
that?
you noticed that, right?
Oh, I get the
You
same
totally noticed that.
You know
Tell
that
me
she
you
fixed her
noticed.
hair as soon
Right.
as you walked in. I know. I was looking at my
What was
shoes.
it? You remember?
That's so funny. Yeah.
You remember
I
we were
remember
in
exactly
North
that.
Carolina?
Oh yeah,
We
that
were
was
doing wine tasting.
wine tasting.
This lady was totally ignoring me.
Now there was
I
three
was
of
not
us.
there.
There was three of us.
Yes.
There was me and her best friend.
Okay.
She was
Okay.
ignoring us. She was only
Only eyes on
talking
him.
to him.
Mm.
That was it. She will
I
serve
just
the
look like-
wine.
I look
she will,
like I
right?
know about wine. That's
She
all
will-
it is.
Say no
yeah,
more,
right.
girl. Say
she
no
will,
more.
She will serve the wine, and we
Yeah.
will get this little. He will get a full cup every time,
There's
a full
lot
glass.
more of me.
Say no more.
Like, what's going on? And then when he's gonna sign the bill, he's gonna leave a tip. And I said, "Are you gonna tip her? Really?
she
For
don't
real?"
deserve a good tip. No.
And he said, "Oh, okay."
I don't know. I had a wonderful experience.
Yeah, you did.
Say exactly.
you.
Nick, oh my God, tell me you're noticing this.
You're right.
This
No,
is hilarious.
They don't notice.
No.
They're so blind.
Yeah,
And they were both like looking at each other like, "Did you see that?"
And
that's
guess what?
annoying.
And
It's
guess-
annoying.
and
We're
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Don't ignore me.
Very
And
annoying.
he's not really paying attention to it because he ain't entertaining it.
I'm
so-
there
Yeah.
drinking
No.
wine, eating cheese,
No, 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 no.
having a good time.
No,
I'm looking at
He
nature.
was very
Oh,
nice.
man, that was
and-
milking it.
yeah, he
I'm
was like,
hanging out. Wow, what a majestic mountain.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Meanwhile,
right.
she's plotting someone's demise.
Yeah, right. You were enjoying it.
I was having a great time. I was one
She's
with
telling
nature.
the best friend, "You got the shank."
Yeah.
That's funny.
I remember one time we were at a bar and Rashaun has a twin brother, Laquan. And Laquan went to the bathroom. And then I was with like a girlfriend or something. So I wasn't right next to him, right next to Rashaun. And so the drunk girl that was talking on Laquan, because he's single, whatever, he's talking to all the girls, blah, blah, blah.
got confused.
And she got confused.
Oh my God.
And luckily, she wasn't so drunk that she wasn't about to fight. Because I was ready to fight. She went up to Rashaun just immediately. But I was like, psh, beeline, like, oh no, no, you're with that one.
Wrong
That
one.
Wrong one.
This
Wrong
is not the one.
Move. And she was like, oh. And I was like, yep, okay, take your drunk butt over there. Like, this is mine.
You got the wrong man
It's
on the wrong day, honey.
So, that was. But for the most part, do you think I'm jealous? I want to hear what you see. Do you think I'm a jealous person?
So I bring up a female's name. You do not like. I have to explain. There has to be like some type of family attachment, or like she's got to be married or fiance
Yeah.
to someone else.
It's gotta be
for her
someone else's
for her to be
wife.
completely cool with me saying another female's name. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
throw that out there.
I just like to know the background of
It's
like,
true.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
a, who is this?
Soon as
Same.
Right?
Steve,
Right,
it's
so
exactly like
background.
this. So Samantha, and then it's like, yeah, Samantha, the one with the husband. Oh, yeah, that's Samantha.
That's him. Oh my God, that's him. The first thing he tells me is a name, and then she's married to my friend, or she's fiance
Yeah.
with this one.
Yep.
She has 2 kids.
And even
married.
that,
great.
even
That's
that, it
great.
takes a second.
Then keep talking.
Let me watch
That's fine.
Let me do my impression of Betty. I'm like, baby. So do you remember Brittany? Brittany who?
Exactly.
Oh no. That's Will's wife. It's like a slow. They're still married, right? Yeah.
Do I have any kids?
It's like very slow. And any wrong thing, she'll
I
shoot
get
right
the
back up.
same thing, man. I get the same thing.
It's so true.
Or if it's like, yeah, you know my cousin Brittany. Oh, yeah, okay.
I
Oh,
can't.
yeah, I remember how she doing it, and then she wants to know. Now you want to know how she doing.
Oh no, I can't even talk about like if there's like someone on TV.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even say, baby, you think she's pretty? Nope. She's ugly. She's
And
she's
why
got
was
problems.
That? And why was that?
What was that? Oh, because when we first started dating, yes, who's your celebrity crush and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
I was like,
He fell on that one.
I'm like, I like Katy Perry, and then she now.
Katy Perry. Why? Katy Perry, anyone's celebrity crush.
I brought her
She's
name up
not that
before.
cute.
Exactly.
She is not that cute.
You see?
What?
That's exactly what I said.
I could relate, man.
If
No.
you say like
here's the
Beyonce,
thing.
I'm like,
Exactly.
all right,
I get it.
Said
Katy
Beyonce, but it's so
now,
cliche.
hang on. Anytime now, Katy Perry's on the radio. Oh, here's your girlfriend. Here's whatever her name was, Carrie Perry something.
I never say her name right.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
And the
She
word-
always tries
and
to be. Tyler
loves her.
said it too, and then he realized real quick.
Oh.
He's like, "But Mama, I think you're way prettier."
Oh, that's a good boy. That's
That
a
was
good
fast.
boy.
Yo, okay, I feel better now.
Oh.
But this is something that happened like we were like dating maybe 2 months,
Yeah.
and to
Now
this
she's
day,
not your crush anymore.
no, I don't. No.
You see?
She's not that cute.
Not
I saw the movie, the Hands of Stone, the one about Roberto Duran. So the main girl in the movie, she was from Cuba, Ana de Armas. And now I told, oh baby, I just saw this movie, and the main girl is from Cuba. I
No.
said, who?
No, no, no,
I said
no,
Ana
no.
de Armas, and she looked at the pictures. She said,
You told her you liked her. Don't lie.
That is not at all how that conversation went. But you see what I'm saying? And now, meanwhile, she's like, "Oh, baby, let's watch this movie with Mario Casas." I'm like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Some, like handsome, like suave.
She
I
told
see
me.
what you're doing here.
She told me she gets a hall pass for Justin Timberlake,
I'm not.
and
even,
I don't
Justin
even
Timberlake.
get anything.
I don't do the whole pass thing.
Why not?
I don't even get a hall pass. Are you
Because
kidding me?
it's still a human.
Why-
It's
why?
still another man. There's a lot more realistic.
It was because of
there's
the
a more
Boys
of a
to Men
real world
thing.
chance.
It was because of the Boys to Men
She went.
thing.
Her and her friend went to go see Boys to Men in Vegas,
I love
and they
them.
got invited to go like hang out with them.
No way.
Yeah, they were
But
looking
we're
for
so
some groupie
faithful.
love.
We said no.
Oh,
You see?
you
So
too
now,
good. You too
I'm like,
good.
I know. I don't know what I
Now, it's like there's a much more of a real world chance of you actually like
That's
having
good
an
for you, Betty.
opportunity.
I don't think she'd turn down Justin Timberlake.
when
I think
when
I'm in trouble.
when I'm seeing like
That's something else.
another thing that
See what I
happened.
mean? See what I mean?
Or Michael B.
What if
Jordan.
that was actually like a real
Oh
thing
my
that could
God!
happen?
I
Hang
love
on, one at a time.
I
One at a
love-
time.
I'm sorry. We got
Sorry,
excited.
let's talk about Michael B. Jordan.
I love.
New movie out,
See
Mercy.
this?
Looks so good.
You
Looks
see
so
what
fine.
I'm talking about?
We'd be in the shit house right now if that was
Exactly.
us talking.
Exactly.
Ooh. Sorry.
Let us start
can't even
talking
talk.
about Katy Perry like that.
Yeah, I like
You
how
know
we-
why?
I like how we overpronounced it.
You know why I don't like that Katy Perry is your celebrity crush? Because
She wasn't.
she
she's not-
doesn't
she's
look
not my
anything
number one
like
celebrity
me.
crush. I said she's
I'm
not.
like, no, but she looks nothing like me. So I'm like, I gotta look out for girls in real life who look like Katy Perry.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's-
I'm like,
exactly.
if she looked like me, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like, like I'm
That's
cute.
not the only
I'm
celebrity that I've said's hot. Like,
yeah, but Katy Perry looks
kidding me?
nothing like me. So I'm like, oh, you like girls that look like that?
Exactly.
That's like,
so now what I have to do?
Now I have to watch out for
I
everybody.
gotta look out for a girl that looks like that. Like, are you
And
kidding
like
me?
this and like that. Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm like, I already gotta look out for girls that look like me.
Oh,
I'm not
oh.
gonna look out for girls that look like that.
Now I'm gonna start doing that.
They're
So
pretty-
now I got to start watching out for guys with 6 packs.
yeah, seriously. It's like, is that deep now? Really?
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Didn't you say you liked him? I don't look nothing like him.
I don't have none of the bumps.
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't got nothing of that. I don't got the Wakanda hat. Shit, I don't got none of that.
I can't flame on.
Nope.
Yeah.
So what the hell am I supposed to do?
I'm sorry, but he's wow.
Yeah, it's like a one-way hall pass.
I can't do it.
You know
I
what
get
I'm saying?
see, but that's
I'm actually joking, but
no, I know, but no, that's like, but that's where my jealousy still comes out. Like I don't like hearing my wife talk about anybody other than me. I feel it. I can't help that, and I'm just I try to be open and honest about that. So just don't do it because that's one of my weak points.
I don't do it.
No, you don't. You're very good about that.
Because you
know-
told me.
yeah.
At the beginning, he told me. And I said,
Uh-huh.
oh, okay. Because I will do that. Like on TV, like, oh my God. And he will go like, would you like me to do that?
I can
No.
leave. I can leave right now.
Of course not.
do
You
it
can
too.
have him.
Yeah.
I do the same thing you do because she's in there like, oh, what is that? And then when she goes, oh my God, I'm like, Shit, if I was over here doing that when the female popped up on the screen, you'd be slapping me upside the head.
We'll start doing that.
I could do it. You can't do
We'll start with on TV. Baby, come down here. Look, the Zumba class is on TV. See what your reaction is.
I feel like there's so much more temptation for men.
Well, especially if you're on Instagram.
Yeah, and I like Rashaun's on World Star Hip Hop, and there's all these twerking videos, and like on Instagram,
thirst traps. And all that shit.
I just feel like
they're just videos. I don't.
For men,
first of all, those aren't the videos I seek out. Personally, I don't even.
Yeah. A long time ago, I stopped following that stuff because
here's what I tell people about those videos. You see one, you see them all.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. First
it's
of all,
all the same thing.
Yeah.
But even like following like Instagram models and stuff like that, like none of that reflects anything about reality.
Definitely not.
So if that's what you're really attracted to, then basically you're not attracted to a human. You know what I mean? Because that's not real life.
No.
Right.
Like that's
But
not real beauty.
You had a couple of models, and he will go on the Instagram.
Yeah,
like,
I had.
Who's that? Who's that?
I missed a couple.
And he was like,
I started unfollowing. I missed a
I don't know.
couple.
Yeah, okay. If you don't know her, you shouldn't be
You
following.
know what else?
We should follow friends.
Deshaun?
Exactly.
Deshaun's always got that.
Exactly.
Deshaun got me in trouble.
Yeah,
liking
he's
her
gonna get me in
post.
trouble one of these days.
She follows.
He's nuts.
She follows him. So one time she saw
She knows
Rashaun
too.
liked the picture that he posted, and then next thing you know, I got a text message headed my way.
I screenshotted that.
Like, ooh,
Oh,
She's
you
like,
like
"What's
this?
this?" She's like, "Oh, you like this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Is this?" And the first thing I said was, "I was like, Deshaun posted it. I liked his post. And I'm not on the model's page liking her picture. I'm on his page where there's nothing but fuckery. You know, like there's stuff every day on
He
there."
posts-
I was just liking
It's a
the
good
fact
page.
that he was expressing
Yeah.
his interest in these
Get outta
in
here.
these young
And it
women.
was weird. And here's what the post was. It wasn't even like an actual like post of like a model or nothing. It was that, like certain part of an.
It was the thigh part. I'll remember. Don't worry. I remember for you. It was the thigh part right here.
It says, "Don't
Remember?
you like this part of a woman?" Like just a generalized
The
like,
thigh
did you-
part.
like. And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And it's like I like my girl when she does that. Like that's what.
Baby, I love that part of you.
But she looks at the post like, "Oh, I'm looking at the model, this and that, not even the message in the damn thing. Like, just, who is that bitch? Like, just, that's it.
She's doing like
Let me see
reverse
the
Google
face.
searches, trying to find out whose
that
thigh
bitch
it is.
is just showing a pose that I like, and I'm like, that's all it was.
I've been saying that. Deshaun's going to get people in trouble one of these days
Yeah.
for following
Yes.
him.
Oh, he already
CD,
has.
you got me in trouble,
He
man.
already has.
Multiple times.
But that's happened. We'll be like sitting somewhere and I'm scrolling through, and all of a sudden one of his pictures will pop up. Like, oh, let's go
Yep, I
fast
got
for
to
that.
go real fast.
I don't want her thinking that's somebody I
Now she
follow.
knows, so as soon as she sees it, I'm like, that was D. Like,
Yeah, I can't be
I'm
held
not
responsible.
unfollowing D.
All right, I think that's actually a good place to end on.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
It was
Yeah.
awesome, man.
I think
This was
we got
awesome.
some good stuff here. I don't want to risk me screwing
We
it
can
up.
always do
anymore.
a part two.
There's
Yeah.
got to be a part two.
Yeah, you could
You
keep
were
talking. I can stay here.
Yeah, you guys are so nervous. You guys did great.
Yeah, you did
Yeah, I
fine,
felt
see?
better once we
Right.
started.
It's a sangria.
It was fun.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
It's so good.
All right. Well, again, guys, thank you so much
Thanks
for
for
coming
having
by.
me,
I
man.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys follow Supercar Twins on YouTube
Yes, sir.
and Instagram. I'll put a link in the show notes. As always, you know where to find us on Instagram at APodAmongstMen. You can get the podcast anywhere on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud. It's now available for video on YouTube if you're watching. So make sure you subscribe, rate, give us a good rating. That helps us in the algorithms. And if you have any questions or suggestions, anything you want to hear, make sure you email us at apodamongstmen@gmail.com, and we will get back to you. I will get back to you with the quickness. I was going to think of something better to say. I lost it. All right. But anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.